him at any point.
Okay.
We wanted to debate him before the election, but he only wanted to debate us after the election.
I've never seen him debate you. I've just seen him debate Dean.
Yeah, on Jubilee. The biggest one of the biggest videos Jubilee has. It's like the fourth biggest video they have.
Oh yeah.
I think the $5.
Interesting. I'm learning a lot of new things about Trump here that I actually did not know, and it's making me change my views on things.
Yeah, like you can even watch the difference between Charlie Kirk and Ben Shapiro, right? We ran some of the same points on Charlie Kirk as we did Ben Shapiro, like for example on the DEI, and Charlie Kirk like had no response. He was just completely bullshitting the entire time. Ben Shapiro at least had like some type of a response.
Oh, who's Ben Shapiro? I recognize the name.
Okay, well never mind. You can look he's you probably have seen him before.
Hold on, let me look that up. Also,
in fact.
Oh, he just lagged. Sorry about that. Was he saying something?
No, you're good. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about or add, Noah?
Yeah, I was gonna ask one more question. Does that Charlie Kirk guy, does he have someone that he debates with, or would it just be like kind of a 2-on-1 type of thing?
No,
because I feel like it'd be a little bit unfair.
2v2. Or I'd 1-on-1. Either or.
All right, that's all I had ask.
Right,
thank you guys.
Coming up. Let's go to the next person. Only sending us requests if you did vote Trump. We are just looking for some debates. You want to do 30 more minutes on here, and then we can go to yours?
Yeah.
That'll give me to 2 hours on here. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 23.
Did you vote Trump?
Good.
Hello? And by the way, Dean, we're at over 30% for sure, so we should be over 10.
Rip.
I know. TikTok sucks. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
None.
Hello? All right, let's get this next person up here. You still feel sick, do you know?
Yeah, a little bit. My throat is like kind of fucked up, really congested. I'm pretty sick.
I feel you, man.
Headache too.
My nose is kind of plugged up. That's really about it. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I am 35.
Did you vote Trump?
Absolutely.
Why so?
Why are you so enthusiastic about voting for the worst presidential candidate in modern American history?
Because I'm an abolitionist of abortion, and Trump's better than a woman.
I have a question. Do you think that abortion is a murder?
Yep.
Do you think that people that pay for murder, like hitmen or really any way of paying for murder, should be in prison and go to jail?
Doctors and women should be in jail for abortion.
Well, that wasn't my question. Do you think that people that pay for murder should be in jail?
Yep.
Okay, so Donald Trump has paid for multiple abortions, and you define abortion as murder. Thereby, he's paid for multiple instances of murder. Should Donald Trump be in jail?
Yep.
Okay. Would you ever vote for someone that you think should be in jail?
Hey, if it's between this person or this person, you gotta pick the lesser of the two evils.
Oh, wait, I have a question. Should Kamala Harris be in jail?
Probably, I don't know.
No, well, I mean, what for? Obviously, she shouldn't be in jail. You could say that you don't like her and that you disagree with her, but there's no reason to imprison her, am I right?
Well, if she hasn't committed a crime or pay for
she
worse
hasn't.
than that.
No, she hasn't. So seemingly she actually shouldn't be in jail. So you would always vote for the person that shouldn't be in jail compared to the person that should, right?
It don't matter, Dean. I've seen you debate before. You're just nothing but a little coward.
Yeah, I'm kind of like fucking you up. I'm absolutely steamrolling your ass, cooking you like
Oh,
on Maxie.
whatever.
So you have like, what the hell are you even saying, bro? You're getting cooked.
Dude, whatever. I saw you and Kay cooked your ass.
I mean, dude, I wouldn't be talking about you, man. Getting sauteed.
Yo, Josh, I have a question. Can you name one Trump policy you like?
Probably the mass deportation.
Okay, how do you identify that someone's undocumented?
If they came across the border without going through the port of entry, very legal. They need to be sent back.
Okay, so how do you identify someone's undocumented?
If they came here illegally, they should be sent back.
How do you know if they came here illegally?
Well, if they don't have any papers or any documentation that says they came across the border,
How do you know who to ask? Like, would you walk up to me and ask me if I have papers?
Well, no, but if you're applying for a job or something, it says you're not born in America, then you have to have documentation. So anything you want.
Sandra, thank you so much for the $5. So you can't just walk up to anyone and ask them for their papers and force them to give up their papers, right? Like that would violate their constitutional rights.
Right.
Okay, so if that would violate their constitutional rights, you can't just go up to anyone to ask that. What mass deportation policy are you specifically referencing?
You go through and you look at who's here illegally, and
But you can't go up to someone to ask them. So how are you going to change it from the current process that exists?
you would, dude. Really, this was the last time. You're so unintelligent. If they apply
I'm
for,
unintelligent?
yeah,
How am
if
I
they apply
unintelligent?
for, well, first off, you hang out with Dean. That shows you're intelligent while there.
You know, that's true. That's true. Dean is an idiot. Why would I hang out with him?
True.
Yeah. Yeah, and I saw you guys crying, whine when Trump won. You're like, oh no, we're going to do.
Yeah, because like Trump winning actually like negatively impacts people.
Who?
Who? Women?
How?
Oh, how? Like restricted access to abortion, not being able to get access to abortion in states, even in instances of assault. Like, what are you talking about? Like, of course that negatively impacts women.
Do you
Of
think
course
that
that
grave
negatively
victims-
impacts. Go ahead.
I bet that he thinks that grave victims should be denied access to abortion. Do you think that grave victims should be able to get abortions?
You know, nobody ever says that the rapist should give a death penalty. It's always the innocent child.
Oh,
That
okay.
has nothing to do
Okay,
with
so
the
if wait, did you think rapists should get the death penalty?
Yes, rapists should.
Okay, so then why did you vote for one?
Huh?
Then why'd you vote for one?
Terrible.
Dude, that was like, what, 20 some years ago?
Oh, I don't
We
even
don't
need to show him this.
Wow, dude. You said that
accepts
you said
it?
that you said that was 20 years ago, yet he shouldn't get the death penalty. He should be president of the United States.
He accepts it, and oh my god.
Oh my God. We don't even know if it's true or not.
What? What are you talking
If
about? He was held
said
civilly
he
liable
said.
unanimously by a jury of
No,
9
that's
people.
civilly, not criminally.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that it's not true.
Well, they didn't find Michael Jackson guilty, but everybody knows he was.
Okay, so then again, we're giving you a circumstance where someone was held civilly liable. So do you
Yeah,
believe
yeah.
that?
Yeah, you're just
Criminally,
suggesting
not
like a lower
criminally.
standard of proof to prove that things have occurred when you're like, oh, this guy that wasn't processed through our criminal or civil justice system is guilty. Therefore, the person that was isn't. Huh? Lamau, what? Dude, come on. Be real. Let's get real. Let me know when you're done running this line of dialogue on him so I could just railroad him on grave victims and access to abortion.
You go for it now.
All right, Batman. Yo, Josh, got a question for you, buddy. Are you ready?
All right, ready.
So let's just assume that you make like a pretty low income. You barely make enough money to buy yourself food. And for a year straight, someone walked into your house because your door was unlocked and stole half your food to sustain their life. One day, you figure out that they're stealing your food and you lock them out of your house at night, causing them to die because they're no longer having access to your resources. Are you a murderer?
Didn't he say grave victims should be able to get access to abortion?
He said no.
Oh.
Dude, how does that even apply to abortion?
Yeah, because the fetus is stealing the resources of the mother without her consent.
It's not. The fetus gives resources to the mother.
You're talking about stem cells. I'm talking about bodily resources that drain the mother's fucking quote-unquote life force for 9 months. Holy shit.
Dude,
You have never been pregnant. You can't get pregnant. You don't know what it's like. But to suggest that a fetus being inside of a great victim's uterus, stealing her bodily resources without her consent for 9 months, is not going to cause or induce any harm or unto the well-being of the mother is fucking absurd.
and I'm not Jewish. I'm going to speak out what a mustache man did.
What?
That's the
Say
same
it.
as just because I'm like not Jewish doesn't mean I can't say what the Yahtzees did was wrong. You see, that's a stupid argument.
What?
Just because I'm not.
Oh, he's saying that like I was making the argument that only women could speak out about abortion and men can't because they can't get pregnant. That's not what I was saying. What I was saying was like the analogy would hold
That's
in the
what
case.
you was.
Okay, well, I actually
Gonna cry myself to sleep?
I'm actually a man talking about abortion myself. So
Literally.
yeah, like
He's
I
like,
think
yes,
that,
the action I'm engaging in right now, it's wrong. Very
I think that
wrong."
ultimately, like the voices of women should be highlighted within the conversation. I mean, I personally hold to the position that everyone should have that freedom of choice, and I can defend that position to death. But
Is the real reason you stand up for abortion rights because you don't want to take responsibility for your actions.
Obviously.
So you want to make sure that she keeps a choice to get an abortion.
No,
That's really
no,
why
because
you're-
if my girlfriend got pregnant, I would take care of the kid if she wants to keep it.
Oh, if she wants to, you want to fight for your kid?
What? It's her choice. It's her body.
Cowardly.
Josh, it's her
Yeah,
body.
but your kid, you're being a coward.
It's her body. And how am I a coward for saying that my girlfriend has the rights over her body, like the bare
It's
fucking minimum?
It has your DNA. It's part of you, your child. I would pop every tire. I would do whatever it takes to keep
You
it from
pop
not getting
every
aborted.
tire? Wait, so you would force a woman to go through a pregnancy by popping her tires? That sounds pretty manipulative and abusive to me.
That's called being a man.
No, that's called being a manipulative man who will end up in prison because he's a dumbass.
Well, what is it? Well, if you're saving your kid's life, wouldn't you do anything you can?
You understand that I don't care about sperm. I care about sentient beings. It's not sentient, so I wouldn't care about it.
You're a human being from the moment of conception.
I don't think it's a human being at conception. So I have a question.
Also, you're a bigot too.
Why don't you value like a sperm cell?
Well, are you being a bigot because they don't look like you? So you say that you can unalive them? That's kind of bigotry.
It has nothing. It has nothing to do with whether or not they look like me. But I can give you a picture. Like, do you want to tell me whether or not you consider this valuable?
Yo, Craig, thank you for the meteor shower. I appreciate you, man. W's for Craig. By the way, if you want a Christmas cameo, feel free to look up Dean Withers on cameo.com.
Crazy.
I'm going to be doing cameos all day tomorrow for Christmas. So go to cameo.com and look up Dean Withers to get a personalized message.
Do you think this is a person?
I can't even tell what that is.
Do you think this is a person?
I can't even tell what that is, dude.
You don't know?
I don't even know what that is.
Okay, well, when I typically like show you a picture of a child, would you be like, "Oh, I don't know what that is"?
Well, I can't see what it is because it's on your phone right there.
Don't worry, I got you. I got you.
Here,
I got you.
look.
I got you. I'll grab it. I'll grab it.
You see this?
Okay. That looks like a. Okay, I can see the head. That kind of looks like a human. So if it's.
You think that's a person?
If it's a human zygote, then it is.
Well, we're talking about an embryo. Do you think this is a person?
A human
Mr. Galaxy,
embryo.
thank you so much. Thank you.
Dude, Josh, is this a fucking person or is it not a person?
Dude. They were probably
What?
I'm just asking, is this a person?
It's a dolphin fetus.
You think this is a dolphin?
I just got cooked.
Do you typically mistake people with dolphins?
I just got cooked.
Like you couldn't tell the difference between a person and a dolphin?
I just got cooked. That is a dolphin fetus.
No, Josh. I just showed you a picture of a human fetus.
No, Gene did it.
So okay. So do you think this is a person?
Yes, yours is a
Yes?
human.
Well, this is actually a dolphin fetus. Look, it's a dolphin fetus. So, like, would you go to like an aquarium and be like, "Why are there human babies in the aquarium? Look at the human babies. Let's get them out of the aquarium. Please get the human babies out of the aquarium. You're drowning them."
Damn, someone actually requested a cameo. Yo, W stood for Bailey in the chat for requesting the cameo. Craig, thank you for the 2 galaxies. I appreciate you for the love. John with the $5 on Venmo. And W's for Haley in the chat for requesting the cameo. Let's go.
Josh, do you typically mistake dolphins for human beings?
Wait, I gotta put the cameo in the bio. I'm having fun.
Hey,
What?
Josh, hello.
I told you it was a dolphin fetus, you stupid moron.
Wait, you literally just said that it was a person.
Be nice, Josh.
You said it was a person, so I'm like, do you typically mistake people, like children, for dolphins? Because I've never done that before in my life.
Well, when you show a little bitty phone, it's kind of hard to see what the fuck it is.
I think it was a pretty big picture. I put it pretty close to the camera. Sydney, thank you so much for the $1. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And Courtney, thank you so much for the $20 for Merry Christmas. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas to you as well, Courtney. Thank you so much.
No matter, it made Dean look dumb anyway.
What, dude? Stop calling us mean. That's mean, bro. Stop calling us stupid.
Josh, so like, why does Dean look dumb?
You know what? This is fun, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and go back to my abolitionist life. I see you're back on, so
You're abolitionist live. What do you mean? Like
No, he
abolishing
follows, like,
women's rights?
He follows like abortion abolitionists, like pro-life debaters. I was looking through his following list because some people were saying that there's little girls. I couldn't find any little girls, but I could find
A bunch of
like,
pro-life
a bunch of,
debaters.
like, pro-life debaters.
Yeah, Josh.
Yeah.
Josh, are you Christian?
Yes.
Do you have a Bible in front of you?
Yes.
Can you read us 1 Samuel 15:3 real quick?
1 Samuel 3:15.
Yeah, 1 Samuel 15:3.
I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah, just read it for us real quick.
Yeah, based.
Well, okay, if you're so smart, why don't you tell me what it is then?
Oh, I can read it if you want. I just like wanted you to read it.
Shelby, thank you for the $10
Well,
on Venmo.
do you
I appreciate
want-
you for the love.
I have a Bible, but it's on my phone, so it'd be kind of hard for me to look and talk at the same time.
Okay, all right. So I'll read it for you. Let me just know what you think about this verse.
Is
Now-
it the bitter waters?
Yeah, now go attack the Amalekites
for
and
the money.
totally destroy all that belongs to them. Do not spare them. Put to death men and women, children and infants, cattle and sheep, camels and donkeys. How do you feel about that one? Is that pro-life? Is it pro-life to slaughter men, women, children, and infants of
Sounds
Amalek?
pretty
God.
pro-death to me.
It's God. He tells us you to. If he says to do it, it must be a righteous reason.
Okay, if God...
Oh.
okay, wait, I have a question. If God commanded you to sexually assault a child, would you do it?
Well, first off, God wouldn't do that.
Okay, but God would command genocide, and God would command the slaughtering of infants?
Annie with a cameo request. W's for Annie. W cameo. Ho ho go to cameo. Search up Teen Withers. Let's go. Sorry.
We don't know why he does things, but whatever, God's the giver and creator of life. And if God's
Understand our... So,
There
like,
must
again,
be a
if,
right
if, if
reason
God
for it.
commanded someone to sexually assault a child, you're saying that they shouldn't do it because they should know it's wrong, per standard. But if God commands you to slaughter infants, you should think that it's right to slaughter those infants?
Here, I'm gonna drop down and re-request in like 10 seconds.
Got you. Like, what
Mike,
what makes you think that it is the case that it's right to slaughter those infants? Like, that's your
No, I ain't
intuition?
gonna talk to you. It's not fun without Dean up here.
Josh, why? Why do you not like me? Come on, Josh. He's coming right back anyway. Josh literally left because he doesn't like me, dude. Wow. Bro, I'm actually kind of hurt from that one. That was crazy. Bro said I don't want to just talk to Parker. Man, that's actually insane, dude. I've fallen off so hard that people don't even want to talk to me anymore. Jane, thank you so much for the You're Amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Dude, I fell off so much, man. I fell off.
Hi,
What's up? How old are you?
I'm 19.
Did you vote Trump?
Yes, I did.
And why is that?
Jess, I'm Jewish.
Dean, did you see him leave just because of that?
No,
And-
what happened?
He left just because you left. He said, I don't want to talk to Parker alone. And Hannah, you being Jewish doesn't mean you'd vote Trump. That doesn't make any sense.
That context.
What's up?
I said I'm just giving you that context.
Oh,
Are you
okay,
like
cool.
pro-Israel and you think he's like more pro-Israel than Harris was?
I am pro-Israel, but that's like a different topic.
So then
Oh,
why did you
okay.
vote for Trump?
Yeah.
Why did I vote for Trump? So first of all, I think his policies are better in regard to abortion, in regard to immigration, in regard to taxes, etc.
Oh.
Okay, do you think that the taxes are too high right now?
So I don't actually pay taxes at the moment. Again, I'm 19.
Okay, all right. So are you saying tax cuts for your parents?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I paid
Okay.
taxes
100%.
last year when I was
So
19.
so you're saying you care more about tax cuts for your parents than tax cuts for middle class families that would reduce childhood poverty?
I am a middle class family.
Okay, so your tax cuts, you wouldn't get tax cuts. You would get a tax increase. Hannah, I'm not
I
trolling.
don't
Your
think
parents'
so.
taxes will go up because of tariffs.
I don't think so.
Oh, well, that's what economists indicate. You can say I don't
Okay,
think
so
so,
can I
but
ask you something? What about his Tax Cuts and Jobs Act in 2017?
yeah, it added 1.9 billion or trillion dollars to the debt, 190 billion dollars a year. Each year it's implemented for
To the
10
debt, but
billion.
not to my debt, not to my parents' debt.
Yeah, I'm talking about to the country's debt, and it only added $10 billion to the annual GDP, right, and less than $2 billion to federal revenues. So I would like to give your family more of a tax cut. Kamala Harris was advocating for that, and the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act was mainly tax cuts for very wealthy people.
Okay, fine. Now, what about the fact that he's going to strengthen national security?
He's
How
not
so? He is the threat to national
Okay, so I want to
security. He
ask you about,
unironically tried to undermine the democracy.
real.
can I ask you about, you remember the entire thing with, I think it was with Russia, with Russia and Ukraine? Trump's whole conversation with Russia and Ukraine. Do you remember what happened with that?
Tell me what specifically that you think is relevant to reference.
National security, obviously, with him helping out with the war.
Okay, what would he have done differently?
Also, one second, the ISIS leader, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, right? The fact that he was killed underneath Trump's administration.
Okay, I have a question.
Go for it.
How do you feel about like Trump's like desire for like conquest of the Americas? Like he wants Canada to become the 51st state of America. He talked about
I
making
think that's his
Greenland a
ego,
state
and I don't think
too.
that's actually
He
going to
talked about the
happen.
Panama. He wants to make the Panama Canal a part of America. Do you support that, like invasion?
Okay, so
of
I
other
just
people's
responded to
lands?
that. I think that's his ego, and I don't think that's actually going to happen. I don't think that he even
I'm
believes that's going to
asking you.
happen.
Well, he does.
Do you think
and
it's
he's made
good
it
for a
very clear on
president of the
Truth
United
Social.
States to threaten taking other sovereign territories?
He's made it very clear on
I
Truth
think it's
Social that
better
he
than
does that.
Kamala Harris, yes.
Well,
Kamala.
we're asking you ideologically speaking if that's okay.
Kamala.
All that I'm asking you is, ideologically speaking, is like ethnically cleansing land and calling it your own rightful territory, such as what Trump wants to do with Canada, Greenland, and the Panama Canal, good or bad?
No, I don't think it's okay. But again, as
Hannah,
I
think of the
said, it will
$5.
not happen.
Dunked on you Zionist. Fucking yeah, fuck you Zionist. Yeah, you want me wanting to know why I was asking those questions? Talking about that pro-Israel position.
Okay, explain.
Do you think you don't think it's justified to ethnically cleanse people of the land and then move in?
Can I ask you something about the whole entire Israel debate, if that's where you want to go?
Go ahead.
Okay, Israel, do you know how small Israel is? Do you know that it's
Like in
surrounded by
terms of
22 Arab nations? Do you
Okay.
realize that Israel has not once tried to go into those 22 Arab nations? Do
That's a
you
lie.
realize that those
What are you
22
talking?
Arab
The
nations have
occupying
tried
of
to fight
Gaza.
Israel?
Wait,
Do
how
you,
is
one
the
second, that's
occupying of
not an
Gaza
Arab
not
nation.
going
That is
into?
not an Arab nation. That is a tiny strip that was given to Gaza. I'm not going into
Oh.
that right now because that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about
Okay. So
Trump, aren't
you
we?
just don't consider Palestine an Arab nation. Okay.
One second, you're not answering my questions. What about the 22? What about the 22 Arab nations around Israel that Israel has never once tried to go into? What about the 2,000
I don't think
Arabs
that
that
changes
live
whether or
in
not
Israel?
that's like someone who's pro-Russia literally arguing, what about all the other countries Russia has not invaded? I know they invaded and annexed Crimea and
That's not
Ukraine,
really what
but
I'm
what
saying.
about all the other countries around them that they didn't invade?
Oh yeah, or like
That's
arguing
not
that
really
like
what
a
I'm
child
saying, and
rapist.
I know you know
This
that.
is like arguing like a child rapist that lives by 25 elementary schools isn't a
Oh my
video
God, that
because
is
he only went
literally
into
not what
one
I'm
and raped a
saying.
child in one of them.
That is literally not what I'm saying, and you know it. Okay, when was Palestine founded? Like, when was the Gaza Strip given to the Palestinians?
I like how you ignore everything we just said and you try to ask us a random question about when you would consider.
Okay,
I
first
think
of all,
it
that's what you
depends.
guys do the entire time.
Do you want to
Let's be real.
address what
That's
we
your
just said
debating
then?
tactics half the
Do you,
time as
do you
well.
want to address what we just said then? Like, do you think ethnically cleansing someone from land is justified? And if you
I'm gonna
don't think
go-
it's justified, well then how can you be like pro the current state of Israel?
I'm gonna go pee real quick. I'll be right back.
Absolutely. Hannah, you there? Okay. All right. Well, I think Hannah just muted herself. All right. Okay. Everyone tap the screens, get to 1 million likes, fill the bar up a few times. Hello?
Hi, I'm sorry. I don't
Hello.
Hi, do you hear me?
Yep. Do you think that ethnically cleansing people from the land, right, is justified? Okay, why are you swiping in and out? I can't hear you when you do that. You got to see me to be able to, for me to be able to hear you. Allie, I think you
Can you
switched
hear
the
me
call.
now?
Yes.
Okay. First off, they're not ethnically cleansing the land. Who attacked who first?
Wait. You don't think it's wait? Can you define ethnic cleansing?
Cleansing the land out of a specific ethnicity.
No,
I'm pretty sure.
it's forceful removal and displacement of a particular people based upon a particular trait, right? So this
Okay,
is
so you just
explicitly
okay. That's such semantics. That literally is
it's
different words. But continue.
it's explicitly ethnic cleansing, the Nakba, right? Explicitly ethnic cleansing, the forceful displacement of 750,000 Palestinians, right? The mass
And what
displacement
does
of Palestinians recently.
Question.
What's that?
What do they want to do to Israel?
Think of the confetti. Who?
What do the Palestinians want to do to Israel right now?
Wait, I wouldn't categorize all of the Palestinians want to do a specific thing.
I wouldn't categorize all of the Israelis wanting to do a specific thing.
All I was saying is that the current state of Israel, which is led by Netanyahu, is doing something
Okay, who
wrong.
leads
They're committing
Palestine?
war crimes.
Who leads Palestine?
I never said I agree with Hamas.
Oh, fine. You know what? We can leave it at that because I never said for sure
Okay.
that I agree
So
with all of Israel's decisions as well.
Would you like to hold war criminals accountable within the context of Israel, the state of Israel, and Hamas? Because I would allow for the ICC and the ICJ to make those determinations.
So let me say this. I think that the specific soldiers who are doing horrible acts to Palestinians, I think that's actually disgusting, and I definitely think they should be held accountable. But I think
including Benjamin Netanyahu, right?
I think that I'm not so clear about that.
Why not? Why not? ICC, ICJ has indicated that.
Okay. Either way, sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Just making sure. Do you think that what they did on October 7th was okay?
No, I don't think that killing innocent people is ever justified.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. Do you understand?
Do you think that? Do you think the?
One second. You're not letting me finish. Do you mind letting me finish my sentence?
How about you let me ask? How about you let me ask a question?
Yeah, but I was talking first. I'll let you finish your sentence once you let me finish my sentence.
I can just mute you, you fucking weirdo. Do you condemn the 17,000 innocent Palestinian children being slaughtered?
So,
whoa! No fucking way! You ask me to do it, but then when I ask you, do you condemn the 17,000 innocent Palestinian children being slaughtered? You say no. You don't condemn innocent Palestinian children being slaughtered. What fucking insane shit is this?
Okay, let's be real. I wasn't actually listening to your question. Now that I hear it, obviously yes.
Okay, so you do condemn. What do you? Why would you answer the question without listening? Come on.
Sorry, I misheard what you said.
Okay, so you do condemn the killing of 17,000 innocent Palestinian children?
Obviously.
Okay. So, okay. All right. Well, so then do you condemn the killing of any innocent Palestinians?
Yes. If they're innocent, 100%.
What about the forced starvation?
Can I ask you something, though, if you're going to let me ask you a question as well?
Okay.
What about the fact that Hamas used civilians to, be human shields?
Okay, so I would disagree with putting innocent civilians in the crossfire. Now,
right,
like this argument specifically that I'm hearing, right? It requires justification on a mass scale, right? So, like, I would love to see some of that, but like, yeah, of course, I would disagree with like using innocent civilians.
So, can I ask you,
shields.
like, the
now,
whole
do you think Israel is doing that?
No, absolutely not.
Really, they're not at all.
I was literally just in Israel for a year. No, they are not.
Okay. Do you think that Israel's like intentionally targeting innocent civilians?
Of Palestinians? No, they're not. They're very. What about the dropping of notes saying we're going to be bombing this?
Okay. So then, can you explain to me how forceful starvation of people, like doing the blockade, leading to people starving to death, isn't intentionally killing innocent people?
What about the fact that Israel's giving water literally to the Palestinians and supplying them with water?
I like how you're not referencing. I like how you're not referencing that they're specifically not allowing enough food trucks in there specifically to then be able to
so that they can win.
Weaken innocent Palestinians with food.
There's a lot more
that's a war crime, right, Hannah? What you just advocated for is a war crime. Okay, starving innocent civilians, right, is a war crime. You just argued intentionally starving innocent civilians was justified because it's quote unquote weakening the opponent. You're literally starving innocent children.
I
How
think
sad is
that's
that?
very sad. But do you not understand that some things have to happen during a war, even if it's
Some things
terrible?
have to happen. You think starving innocent children has to happen?
Not necessarily, but I don't see what they could be doing better if they want to win.
Oh, you don't know what they could be doing better? How about not starving innocent children?
Such as doing what? How should they
Such
win?
as
How should
allowing
Israel win?
the determined level of food trucks to go into the Gaza Strip specifically that would provide enough food, right, to sustain and maintain the Palestinian population.
You
Why
understand that
would
this
you?
is like why the pro-Palestine movement exists, right? Because like Zionists are like, okay, yeah, we should be starving innocent kids. It's just
That's actually like
needed.
insane. That's actually insane,
Yeah.
Hannah.
Yeah, that's like why like pro-Palestinian individuals exist. We're just like pro-human.
Okay, and there's a lot of pro-Palestinian people who exist just because it's mainstream media and they're brainwashed, but okay.
Mainstream media is pro-Israel. What are you
No,
talking
it's
about?
not.
Yes,
Oh
it
my
is. What
God,
are you saying? You think mainstream media is pro-Palestinian? What are you talking about?
100%.
What?
You're delusional.
Wait,
You're
name,
actually delusional.
wait, name one major party ticket in the 2024 election that ran on being pro-Pally.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
there
what I
wasn't
don't
any.
get.
There wasn't any.
That's literally what we critiqued of the Democratic Party. Like,
yeah, mainstream, but no
dude,
major party
how is it
candidate or
seriously? What
representative.
mainstream media source is pro-Palestinian?
CNN. I mean, not CNN. What am I saying?
Who?
I'm not actually sure. I just know that every single news article and everything that I keep seeing is all pro-Palestine.
Dude, no.
Dude, come on. You've got to be trolling, right? You actually have to be trolling, dude.
Like, listen. Like, I can admit, like CNN, MSNBC, they just are parrots for whatever the Democrat Party says. Okay, that's partisan politics. Is the
That's why we
Democrat
look
Okay,
for
I'm glad you
independent
agree
media.
with that.
Yeah, is like the Democrat Party pro-Israel or pro-Palestine?
It's pro-Israel, but it's debatable because it's technically pro-Israel, but they're not going to actively do that much.
Yeah, and we would like the Democratic Party to like change those views, and that's what we're trying to get the Democratic Party to do.
Okay.
Okay, but like, okay, so I here, let me ask you this question, right? We'll ask it about the United States. Do you think that we should increase the child tax credit and reduce childhood poverty?
Okay, I think you know as well as I do that I don't actually know what that is. Do you mind explaining?
I got you. So the child tax credit gives more money to families, working families specifically, to help pay for food and things like that that people would need, right? And when it implemented in 2021 through the American Rescue Plan, it reduced childhood poverty by 40 to 50%. So do you think that's a good policy to increase the child tax credit, which is going to lead to a reduction in childhood poverty?
Of course, there are some things that the Democratic Party does that is good. Of course, everybody has good and bad parts to them. I weighed out the good and bad parts of each and decided on Trump.
Okay, can you name 2 Trump economic policies that you like of his?
2 Trump economic policies, what that he's going to be doing?
Yeah, or that he did.
Well, he's planning on doing job creation. I think that's great.
That's not a policy.
So what do you mean by a policy? Define what you mean.
Job creation is like a goal, right?
That's
It's not a
best way to
policy.
describe- I guess.
So
I
what
guess
do you
the
mean by
question
policy?
the question that Parker's asking here is how does Trump plan to achieve that goal?
Yeah, essentially.
Oh, so you're asking what his actual goal is? Like what he's actually planning on doing?
Like the plan to achieve the goal of job creation.
Ali, thank you for the $1. Sky, thank you for the $1. And Kirsten, thank you so much. I appreciate the $20. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yes, they did. Thank you so much, Kirsten.
Oh, you're saying how would he achieve job creation? Like what
Yeah,
his
like, what is
actual
he actually
steps
gonna
are?
do? You know, what is he actually? Yes, exactly.
I'll be honest, I don't think he shared that.
Yeah, no shit. It's because he doesn't have substantive policy. You said like you're pretty pro-life. Do you think that rape victims should be able to get abortions?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, never mind. We can still talk about that, but I'm not like to derail.
Okay, so like the point I'm saying is that
No,
you don't
I actually would
necessarily
like
have.
to talk about that.
Sure, but like, so you think abortion is unjustified?
I think abortion is justified in very specific circumstances.
Okay, so in circumstances in which there's like an elective set of circumstances, you think it's wrong? You think it's murder and they should go to prison?
Can you give us
When it's
every-
not like justifiable circumstances?
Yeah, like when it's not grape or essay, etc.
Well, I think that if someone had sex unprotected or didn't take care of themselves
Oh.
and therefore becomes pregnant, I think people have to be held accountable for their actions.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm gonna get you with this one. Hannah,
Go for it.
I want you to name every single reason why an abortion is wrong. So you just gave us one, like unprotected sex, and needed responsibility and accountability. Name every single reason why that abortion's wrong.
Okay, I think it's murder. Is that not good enough for you?
I'm just asking you to name every single reason here.
Do you think that murder is not good enough for you? Do you think that's not a good enough reason and we should
Okay,
just leave it
so-
at that?
So why do you think abortion's murder?
Because I think that what's it called, stopping a potential human life and not allowing it to develop when it's naturally able to develop, I think that's murder.
Okay, great. Well, I mean, what you're telling me. Do you know what an IUD is?
An IUD, yes.
Okay, an IUD is a form of a birth control, right? And
Yes, I know what it is, and I know what birth control is as well. But the life, that's not true though. That's the same as wearing a condom.
I haven't given you a true or false statement. I've only asked you a question. What are you saying?
Okay,
is
but
false?
I see where you're going with this, and
Okay,
I don't
so
have
Hannah, maybe you
patience to
should let me
listen to it. I just wanted to cut you off.
prior, right, to making a claim. Because all I did was I asked you a question. Do you know what an IUD is? Right, and then you say that's not true. I didn't give you a
I said
falsifiable
yes.
statement. I asked you a question. So let
I
me
said
speak
yes.
before you deny what I'm saying.
Go for it.
Awesome, right? So, yeah, so specifically an IUD sometimes...
Oh, she
I
just
guess
left. Okay,
we
all
can
right.
not go for it.